Hi friends, welcome to lesson 17. So today we're gonna learn 8.2, chapter 8.2, converting from linear form to non-linear. Okay, so for this question we're gonna convert, okay, from linear to non-linear. Okay, so before that, let's check your previous homework first. Okay, let's go. So previous lesson we have learned how to reduce, okay, from non-linear equation to linear form, right? Okay, I want you guys to double check your work again. Okay, I hope you have opened the PDF that I've returned back to you. Okay, thank you all for sending PDF files for me so I can mark it on the spot for you. And when I return back to you, actually when you open the PDF, you can see that I already marked your work. Okay, but just in case if I mislook your work, can you double check again together with me for this lesson? Okay, right, so question 12 onwards, all right? Question 12 onwards, please double check your work. Okay, even though this was last week that I already explained in my previous lesson video. Okay, so 13, question 13, question 14, double check again. You can review one more time again about how to do this question. Okay, question 15, and then question 16. This is Q. I've seen a few of you write 8, accidentally wrote 8. Maybe it looks like 8 here. Okay, it's a Q. Okay, so question 17 onwards is your homework. Okay, I want to discuss with you, even though you already get the answer correct. Maybe you can double check and then review again together with me what you have learned in a previous lesson. Okay, just a recall back because you know you might forget already what you have done, right? Okay, question 17. And also I'll have a few notes that I want you to take account on. Okay, just in case if in the future you encounter this kind of question, you can know what you're gonna do. Okay, question 17 here. Okay, the answer is here. Okay, your big Y, big X, and your M and your C. The thing that I want you to take note on is that, okay, look at this one. Okay, log H over N. Okay, this is H over N, and versus log H over N. Okay, this over is only for the N. This over including the log. Okay, are they the same? Think twice. Are they the same? Nope, they are different. Okay, they are different. These are different. Okay, because why? This H over N, this N belongs to only the H. Okay, it's the denominator of the H only. And this N over here is denominator for log H. Okay, not only for the H but log H. So they are different. Okay, please take note on this. And then for the second thing that you need to take note on is that this 2 over N, okay, and this 2 log X over N, are they the same? Think twice. They are the same. Okay, why are they the same? Okay, because this is product. Okay, I mean 2 over N times log X, so they are product. Product of what? Product of 2N and log X. Okay, and this 2 log X over N is the same thing as this 2 over N times log X. Okay, I give you another example. 2 over 3 when you times with 6. Okay, let's say your N is your 3, your log X is 6. It's the same thing as 2 times 6 over 3. You see, your log X is your 6, N is your 3. You see this one and this one, they are the same, isn't it? So when we want to write this one and this one, they are actually the same thing. Okay, that is why question number 17, 2 over N will belong to this M gradient. Okay, and your log X is your big X, and your log H over N will be your C. Okay, question 18. Question 18 here, okay, it's log Y, X, negative log B and log A. Okay, my next thing is, can your big X, okay, the third thing that you need to take note on is, can your big X equals to negative x? The answer is no. Why? Because this negative belongs to constant. Okay, it's lesson 15. Okay, I talk about the negative belongs to constant, not the big X, big Y. Okay, so what you're gonna do with this negative is, okay, you look at this again. Your negative, okay, this is what you get, right? Okay, this will be your big Y, and this is your big X, and this is your C. A lot of you think that this negative belongs to the big X. No, it's not, okay? So what you're gonna do is this negative actually belongs to the log B as well, and it's belong to M, to the gradient, okay? So the negative, you give it to the gradient, okay? Because if you want to look at this, negative X log B, it means that negative log B times X. So basically your M here is your negative log B. Okay, if you want to put in a way that you can see clearly what is your M, this is how you write. This is your X, this is your big Y, and this is your C. Okay, and the fourth thing I want you to take note on is that, okay, look at this. Negative X times log B, this one means times, equals to negative log B X, or negative X times log B equals to negative log B times X. Which one is correct? Okay, the answer is this one, as I said just now, right? This is wrong. Okay, why is this wrong? Because this whole thing, this X is actually belongs to only the B. Bx. Okay, it means that it belongs to log. This Bx belongs to log. Okay, and then this X, when you multiply with the log B. This X, when you multiply to only with the B. Okay, so they are different. They are not the same. Right? And that's why when you write down log B, negative log Bx, okay, is different with this. Okay, so you must put either bracket like this, okay, like this or like this. Okay, you must take out the X, or to be safe, you put the X in front, because this X in front means you times the whole thing log B like that. Okay, please take note on the part 4 here, the things that you need to take note on. Okay, and then question number 19. Okay, I see a lot of you do this. The second one. Actually, this one, you look at this. This is already your Y equals to mx. Okay, now your Y is your Y, your X is still your X, and your M is the whole thing PEQ. Why P? Because P exponential Q is basically your already a constant. Okay, but without the C. If without the C, meaning to say that your C is equal to 0. Okay, and then I think a lot of you, I think only few of you do this one. Okay, a lot of you do this one. Okay, of course can. You can also make it into a linear form in this way. Okay, but the thing that you need to take note on is that a big Y, this is your big X, but your M and your C, your M must be in front of your coefficient of your big X, which is your ln X. Okay, so if there's nothing here, meaning to say that your gradient is 1. Not 0, not 0. Please check, And then your C will be this whole thing, lah. Okay? So your Y, your X, M, and your C. Your C is this whole thing, ln P plus Q, Okay. And then your question 20, I think this one also no problem. You take your answer, okay? Negative N belongs to the M, And question 21 as well. Okay, again, this one Y, M, and C. Okay, and then this one will be your big Y, your big X, and your M must be include the negative. Your negative is not belongs to the X. Remember that, okay? Okay, take that. Don't forget the negative. And then question 22 is the easiest one. You just need to move the X squared to the other side, okay? So this is your big Y, big X, and then M and C. Okay, please tick your answer. Okay, that's all for this, and I have finished recap what we have learned in previous lesson, and please tick and mark. Okay. Okay, so today's main chapter here is 8.2. So now what we're gonna do is we convert. okay, from linear form to non-linear equation. Okay, so the example that I'm about to give you for today, okay, it's all with a graph, okay, it's just a sketching, it's not a draw graph, okay. You must sketch this, you must copy all the questions, okay. There's a notes here, please write it down, okay, please write down the notes there. Okay, I'll explain to you throughout the example, okay. So let's look at the example. Each of the following shows part of a straight line graph, okay. I have all the straight lines here, okay. I will show you one by one. Obtained by plotting values of the variables indicated, okay. So the it's already plot here, okay, meaning to say that it's indicated on the graph here already, okay. And then what you're gonna do is express y in terms of x, and look at the y and x is small letter y, small letter x, okay. I want to emphasize again, big Y and small letter y, big X and small letter x are different, okay. Remember that they are different. Big Y, big X, okay, is basically your y on the y-axis, and on the x-axis, this is your big Y, this whole thing is your big Y, this whole thing is your big X, okay. So now what we're gonna do is we want to express small letter y in terms of small letter x, okay. So we are given graph, okay, this is a linear graph, okay, it's a linear graph, it's just that your big Y and big X is not the normal small letter y and x, okay. So how are we gonna form this equation? Okay, we're gonna form this equation first, okay. So look at my step. My step 1 is we find gradient and c first, m and c from the graph, okay, because this big Y equals to m big X plus c, the gradient and the c. Okay, step 2, what we're gonna do is we sub whatever that is on the y-axis and whatever that is on the x-axis, we sub into big Y and big X, and then we form non-linear equation depend on what the question wants. Okay, so let's go to example 1 straight away, question 1 here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, my first step is to find my gradient and c, y-intercept, okay. So from here, can we find our gradient? Yes, definitely we can, because we have 2 points given here, okay. We are given this negative 2, 3, and this is basically your 4, 0, okay. So first step, we find our gradient first, m. So gradient y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, our previous topic, okay. I hope you remember the formula, or else you check the formula on the first page of that topic, okay. So gradient is negative 2. So step 1 is finding m and c. Now you find m. The next thing you're gonna find in step 1 is finding c. So when you find c, okay, please take note, when you find c, you normally sub into y equals to mx plus c, right? Okay, please take note of big Y and big X, okay. Big Y, big X, this is your big Y, this is your big Y, this is your big X, okay. So normally we choose one point, we sub in, right? Okay, so what we do, we sub in straight away to our big Y, big X. Basically, this is our big X, big Y, big X, big Y. A lot of students, okay, this is always a common mistake, that students always thought that this is a small letter X and small letter Y. It's not. Negative 2, 3 is big letter X and big letter Y. In other words, this negative 2 is basically your 1 over X, and this 3 is basically your 1 over Y. Okay, because the graph is like this. Okay, so to not confuse you, I don't put 1 over X, 1 over Y. Okay, I put big X, big Y, big X, big Y. Okay, choose either point to find the C, you will still get the answer. Okay, let's say I choose 4, 1. Okay, so if I choose 4, 0, sorry. 0 equals to my gradient is negative 2, and 4 plus C. So my C is 2, So my C is 2. So this is my step 1, okay? This is my step 1. I found my M, I found my C. So what is next here is step 2. Look at step 2. Okay, sub whatever on your y-axis and your x-axis into big Y and big X. Okay, so now what big Y equals to M big X plus C. Okay, my M and my C, I already found it. I'll write it down, negative 2. So my next step is to sub in 1 over y as your big Y into this Y, and this big X, which is 1 over X, into this big X. Okay, so it will become 1 over Y, okay, no need bracket also can, equals to negative half 1 over X plus 2. Okay, and then actually you can your final answer should be like this only, but it depends on the question. If the question say form an equation, this is the equation, you can stop until here. But look at this question. It says express y in terms of x, meaning to say that this is not enough. You need to make y as subject. Okay, so you need to make y as subject here. So what you're gonna do is, okay, look at the step here. You can try, you can pause the video and try by your own. But I think there will be a lot of you here will stuck. Okay, but you can try, yeah. I make this into single fraction, and what I'm gonna do here is my y will be equals to, terbalik lah, reciprocal, because this is reciprocal y, right? 1 over y, so this one, if I reciprocal, means I flip over, that's it. And that is my answer. I've made y as subject already. Okay, so let's go to question number 2. Today we just need to practice these 3 steps, okay? These 3 steps meaning to say that from a graph that is given, okay, you are given graph and you need to form an equation, and the equation that they want you to find is y in terms of x. Okay? So let's look at question 2 here. So first step is finding gradient, okay? So I find my gradient first. My m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 4 over negative 6, so my gradient is negative 2 over 3. Okay, and my c is already here. You see the y-intercept is 0, 5, so it's 5. Okay, this will be my step 1, finding m and c. So my next step is, okay, form a y equals to negative 2 over 3 big X plus 5. Okay, my step 2 is sub whatever that is my big Y and big X into the equation here. Okay, so this will be my y equals to negative 2 over 3 xy plus 5. Okay, I sub in. Okay, you look at this, I sub in here. And then next is make y as subject. Actually, you can leave it like this, but if the question say form an equation, if they didn't say form an equation, they say specifically express y in terms of x, this is not y in terms of x yet. Why? Because you have another y here. So you have to make y as subject, right? So what I'm gonna do here next is, you can try it by yourself. You can pause the video and try by yourself first. Okay, I times 3 both sides. I times 3 for everything so that I can get rid of the fraction here, 3. Okay, so I move together my y, okay, so that I have both y here. Look at the y here. So what I'm gonna do here is I make y as subject, right? So I factorize my y. A lot of students do until here, they tend to forget, they don't know what is next. Okay, so I've shown you already, so this is the answer. Seems easy, right? But when you do it, maybe you probably on that point, you don't know what to do with the y. You don't know how you're gonna mix them together and get the y as subject. Okay, but I've chose a few questions that I think my students will stuck halfway. So I choose those questions and do it as example. Okay, so this is for question 2. Easy. Okay, now question 3. Oh, I see ln there. Hello. Okay, so step 1. What is step 1? Remember, finding m and c. So I find my m and c first. So my m is negative 2 and my c is not given. You are not given c there. So y equals to negative 2 big X plus c. So I sub in any of the point here. This is your big X and big Y. So I chose 2, 1, 2, 11. Okay. C is 15. Okay, so big Y equals to negative 2 big X plus 15. So I sub in my ln y. This is my step 2, and I sub in this one as my square root of x, and the rest I bring it down. Okay, until here, how are you gonna, we already in step 3 now. We want to make y as subject. Okay, so now how are we gonna make y as subject here? Remember, try to think first before I give you the answer. Can I review the answer now? Ding, ding, ding. E, ln, when you move to the other side, is E, and everything move it up. This is under log, chapter log, law of log. Hope you remember. If not, this is where you're gonna recap again. Okay, so this ln again, this ln I move over, so become E. Okay, that's for question 3. Okay, I want you to recap. I might be a little bit fast. You can always pause and rewind again and see how I do it. Okay, basically I'm just finding my M and my C. Okay, when you find C, remember it's your big Y and your big X. When you sub in this one, you sub into big Y and big X. And then step 2, I start my ln y, my square root x into here, and then I get my final answer. Question 4. Log. Hello, log. Okay, step 1 again. Gradient. Find gradient. So it's negative 1. And my C, I sub here. I choose 1 point. I choose 1 tree. I choose you. So C is 4. Okay. So big Y equals to negative 1. I don't need to write the 1. Negative X plus 4. And then I sub in LGY equals to negative LGX. It's log base 10. Okay. So until here, what you gonna do? You have both log here. If you only have one log here, only here no log, then you can move the log here, become 10 to the power. Okay. If let's say here no log, no log. If here no log, then what you're gonna do is just move this LG to the other side, become 10 to the power of negative blah 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 blah. Okay, but both got log. So what you do? If both got log, what you're gonna do is you have to make this into a single log. This one not single log yet because you have a plus 4 here. Okay, this topic is under log topic. So I'm gonna teach you what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do this one. You can try. Okay, you can pause the video and try by yourself. If not, then okay, look at here. This negative, I move it up. Okay, I move my negative up, become power negative 1. And plus this one, I make log 10 power 4. Okay, why log 10 power 4? Because basically this 4, if you this one, you actually just need to add on log 10. Why? Because log 10 is equals to 1. This one is equals to 1. Okay, so if I want to add log there, I need to add log 10. And then the 4, basically this 4, I bring it up to the top. This 4 I bring it up to the top. Basically this one is coming from like this. Okay, if I don't write that, I straight away this one also can. Okay, why I want to log that with the 4 there? Because I want to combine them. Times 10 to the power 4 become times. Okay, this is law number 2 if you remember. Okay, double log plus becomes single log. Okay, single log times. Okay, so what you're gonna do here is, so y is equal to this one whole thing. We can get rid of the log already. We can compare left and right side. So y is equal to this one is 1 over x times 10,000. So y is equal to 10,000 over x. Done. Okay, we're back to learning the log again. Right, so okay, that's all for question 4. And now is your work, your task. Okay, this task is not hard because the hard one is already here on the top. From question 1 until question 4, I already chose the hard one lah. So here 5 to 8 is your work. Okay, it's the work that you're gonna do. Okay, please bear in mind that my lesson is actually 1 hour, right? I shorten my video because I want to allocate some of the time for you to do the work. So it's actually not your homework, of course, because you're doing it at home. What I mean by it's not extra work for you to do, because this is basically your class work you are doing within my lesson. Okay, I chose questions that allocate only your time during the lesson. Yeah, I didn't give a lot. Okay, so I hope you don't take it for granted. I didn't give you any online meeting for 1 hour. Instead, I give you a video lesson so that you can use your own time, your own pace, your speed. Okay, your own speed. You can times 1.2, 1.5, even times speed 2 if you want, but it's your own learning. Okay, and there's no point for you for not watching the video and copy it from your friend. Okay, probably those who are copying, they did not watch this, they did not listen to this, but you who are watching it right now, if you learn everything already, there's no point for you to take pictures for every single question and send it to your friend. Okay, I'm serious here because you are not helping them. Okay, you are not helping them, but you are helping them to copy. You are actually teaching them how to copy. Okay, so whatever that you are learning now, if you want to help your friend, you ask them to watch. Okay, if they say they already watch, then what they want? Why do they want you to take picture of your work? Right? So if they want to ask you, they can ask you a very specific question, just like how you ask me. I know a lot of you ask me privately. I appreciate that because that is how I know you are working hard to get the answer. You are working hard during this online lesson. Okay, so how I help you, just like how you can help them. If they ask you, then you ask what do you want? What question you are asking? Are you asking for gradient? Okay, so gradient is like this, like this, like this. Okay, so you teach them. If you insist you want to take picture, you can take picture only a part only ma. Need to take the whole thing meh? Okay, for example, this one, if they ask you, you don't need to take picture of the whole thing, right? You can take partially like that take like that only M, or like this. Don't need to show the answer like that take picture like this only. What for? You want to take the whole thing? You let them copy only everything, right? Okay. So I hope you understand. Okay, we are all working hard together now. Okay, so let's do this. We can go through this again. Okay, because you don't want to miss out anything. You don't want to leave. You don't want to feel left out after the school reopen. In the end, you don't know anything, right? Okay, so let's help each other, right? Lesson 17. Okay, copy the example, the whole thing, including the notes. Okay, and question number 1 until number 8. Okay, so question 1 until 4 are the questions that I already explained it to you. So 5 to 8 is your turn. Okay, so if you got watch the video, you can do it by yourself. Okay, if you have any question, you can always come to me. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Bye. See you in next lesson. Drink orange juice, good for your health. Bye bye.